Adelman. All right, let's talk about it, man. What should have happened at the end of that game?
The problem is that once he gains an advantage, that foul to give is a shooting foul. You know, he has a step on you. You know he is. He's going to shoot the ball. He's going to rip through your hands. At that point, I think you've already lost once he gains a step on Spence. So he made a tough shot, a shot he makes. You know, we missed some shots down the stretch in overtime that I thought were great shots from our best player. Regulation, we had a couple of threes that would have finished the game. Really good ball movement threes. But yeah, just a tough loss. We've had some tough ones this year, but I loved who we were in the second half, and that's who we can be, going forward.
Okay. David Adelman show on Thursday, by the way.
Well, like I said, Spencer's got to force him to the middle where help is, and the double team is there with Bruce Brown. Once he takes that dribble and you've lost contain, you foul him right there. Once you've let him dribble once, twice, he's right. Once it's 1-2 dribbles, now you just got to hope you can defend him.
Is that situation more on the player or the coach?
Player.
Mm-hmm.
You got to know these situations.
Can't be out there on the court, man.
Listen, John Wooden used to say they practice so hard and they practice everything. He said the game said, I don't really have much control. I call timeout here and there or play during timeout. He said, now it's up to them. But hopefully we've coached them during the week. Now, this is when, in college you play Tuesday
you're
and Friday.
in the NBA. Theoretically, you've been coached on this since you were in middle school.
Yeah.
And you're an NBA player. You've played at the highest level
Yeah.
of basketball since you were a little kid.
Yeah.
It's got to come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You went to Stanford. You're on LinkedIn. I mean, what are we missing here?
Well, like I said, once he felt that he's got me 2 dribbles and I'm playing catch up, you can't foul. Then you're pretty much screwed. But
why aren't you just closing down whatever lane may exist? If you force him back to the double team, he's going to have to, drive the lane? All right, okay. Nobody else can pick him up. He'll probably be picked up by somebody else for a triple team.
If you force him to a right, Bruce Brown's ready to double team.
There you go.
Somebody else is going to have to make a shot.
So why not just plant your foot basically on the sideline and force the issue?
Good question.
You know where the double team's coming from.
And even if you do, and now he forces it to his left, that your right knee goes right into his thigh right away on the drive, and you knock him down on the first. As he's putting the first dribble down, you're blasting him. You're blasting him. You got a foul to give. You blast him right there. Boom. Ball on the side. Now you've got 4 seconds.
So you're telling me Spencer Jones made 2 fundamental mistakes on that and on the rebound,
in my
on the free
opinion.
throw.
Yeah.
Why is he out there?
So that's a different question, right? So Spencer Jones, it's on you when you're on the court, but also as a coach, do you have the guys on the court that you can trust at the right time or not? And I think both parties hold responsibility.
Spencer
in that
Jones
situation.
also did a lot of great things. I mean, Spencer Jones, you probably don't win the San Antonio game without Spencer Jones. He was fabulous late. So it's just 2 fundamental things. The question was asked earlier, in crunch time, what are you doing? Well, here's 2 little fundamental mistakes that cost you a game. David talked about missing wide open threes. Those unfortunately happen. I mean, missed shots happen. Your second best player goes 1 of 14. Happens. And we said a while ago, he goes 2 of 14 in regulation. Guess what? You win the game.
What's the difference going to be in the playoffs and the regular season when it comes to close games with this team?
I think you'll have. I just think they're going to be better.
Why?
Because I think they're better now.
Okay.
I thought they were better against Houston. I thought they were better against San Antonio, and I thought and listen, we aren't talking offense here. We aren't talking 3 or 4 turnovers that gave them 6 points in overtime or late in when it was crunch time. These were 2 fundamental defensive mistakes. Block the shooter out. First one. Boom, boom, game ends.
Listen, I hope you're right. But the trend right now is they're going to break our hearts.
Yeah, that's why we love sports.
Oh, I gotcha. I'll love sports a little bit more if they can win some of these games.
Be good. Well, like I said, they were a free throw rebound away from I think having the greatest 3-game stretch they've had this year.
Here, the truth is, here's the glass.
Well, we
it's
also
half
said last
full.
week if
I'll
they
give
win
it-
2 of the 3 of these, we'd be happy.
and they won 3 and 3, and you could more or less wrap that 6-game stretch up by itself because they do have 2 days off before playing Philly.
Yeah.
So you could fairly look at tomorrow as the start of something brand new. I think that's actually pretty fair. So they were 3 and 3, and they could have easily been 4 and 2.
Which when I said they can go 500, you were like, "Ooh, really?"
I thought 500 would be tough, and I give them credit for that. And the win over San Antonio was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was great. And I don't care that Wemby wasn't playing in that game. Guys get hurt. People are injured. You still got to figure it out. And that's another come from behind game 2. So this is just, I guess this is just this team. And we really will have no idea in the playoffs. And you know what? Likely they probably will drop a playoff game or 2. And you just hope losing close and doing things that you shouldn't do doesn't cost you a series.
Well, do you learn more losing close or winning close?
I don't.
Do we
No.
what?
Learn more.
Do you learn more? There's probably lessons to be learned on both sides, but I think that there's a confidence that is contagious when you start closing them out. Yeah. And I think there's a lack of confidence that it's contagious as well when you don't start closing them out. So I don't know what's more important, getting confidence or learning lessons. And I would say getting confidence for sure. Right now, it just feels like this team in the final 5 minutes, things change. It doesn't feel like the same team.
Yeah, but you're judging on this last game in particular as far as if we're improving when it looked great against San Antonio, looked damn good against Houston. Not too bad really against Oklahoma City. In fact, I would say
more of
they
a general season statement,
Yeah.
more than it's analyzing the last 2 or 3 games.
But to me, and his question was, can they get better? I thought they got better in the Oklahoma City game because I thought in the clutch time they played better until overtime. Overtime was a whole nother. I mean, they had 2 clutch situations, regulation and overtime against Oklahoma City, right?
Really quick, is it fair to say that the Jonas Valanciunas experiment's over and he just doesn't really fit?
Depending on the team you play.
You just played the best. You just played the best teams in the West, and he didn't play.
Well, there you go.
Okay. I mean, we just saw it.
But you're probably going to play
we just saw-
Minnesota. Minnesota, he'll play.
Okay. Well, we saw him not play against Oklahoma City. We saw him not play against Houston. We saw him not play against the Lakers.
And he'll play against Oklahoma City when they got bigger guys playing.
So he's a specialist.
He's a big guy.
Okay.
He's a big guy. Which if you go back to
He's
when
a
we
big,
talked about
he's a big, slow guy.
when we talked about
He's a nice, big, slow guy.
when we were talking about before the trade deadline and all that stuff, what would you like to see? And it was like, give me a downhill, speedy guy that can make shots, or give me a big, strong power forward. Those were the 2 things we thought they could
You're not
use.
disappointed by Jonas Valanciunas?
No, he's been if using his same measuring stick that you got to measure the end of games for a season, right?
Yep.
Because they're basically a 500 team in clutch games through the season. I think if you look at the season, Valanciunas been pretty good.
All right, but you're not disappointed that he's going to be useless in the playoffs?
He's
No.
not useless based off the matchups, but based off the wrong matchups, he can feel useless.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
No, all right. I feel he's going to be a complete non-factor.
How many minutes would you need him in the playoffs anyway per night?
I don't know. Impactful minutes, whatever they are. But he's
6,
playing like
8?
3, 4, 5 with like nothing to show for it.
Yeah, that's probably what he's going to play. Listen,
Okay. All right, whatever.
we played 10 guys
It
in
doesn't
Detroit.
matter.
We played 10 guys in the regular season, 8 guys in the postseason, and an 8th guy played like 15 minutes tops.
All right,